What's up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome to That's Your Shoot, our weekly episodic show where I talk about the good and bad world of professional wrestling, and usually I have a main topic. Although for the third week in a row, we're doing predictions, or not the third week in a row doing predictions. At least the second week in a row we're doing predictions, and the third week in a row we're not doing Put Up and Bury. Payback happens tomorrow night, live on the WWE Network. So let's go ahead and let's talk about and predict the things that are going to go on Payback. As of right now, as I tape this recording, Saturday morning, we have 6 matches signed up for Payback, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about 6 matches, and those are the 6 matches that will go on record. I'm sure they might add another one for a pregame show by the time the show starts on Sunday evening, but as for right now, we have 6 matches, so we're going to do those 6 matches. Let's start with King Corbin versus Matt Riddle. King Corbin and Matt Riddle have been feuding for the last 3 or 4 weeks as King Corbin has been trying to take out Matt Riddle, even putting a bounty on Matt Riddle's head, King's ransom. As SODG has tried in the past but has failed. So now it's going to be up to King Corbin to see what he can do to take out Matt Riddle. For me, I think I think at this point King Corbin pretty much doesn't win feuds. He really doesn't. He doesn't win feuds at all. He is the guy. He is the mid card heel that does all the bad stuff, but then gets his comeuppance. I think that's truly what it is. So I don't expect King Corbin to win. I think they're gonna go with the original bro, Matt Riddle. So I think Matt Riddle is the one who wins. Rey and Dominic Mysterio takes on Seth Rollins and Murphy. They had a tag match on Monday Night Raw. However, due to Retribution interrupting it, the match was called off. Seth Rollins and Murphy looking up from the ring as Retribution took out Dominic and Rey. So I'm sure they're doing a rematch of it here on Payback. Yeah. See, I think this is. See, again, if they were gonna continue to do this, and it looks like they are, right? What this should have been is, you know, Don should have won his match at SummerSlam. He should have won the first match. They should have done a regular match, and then they could have done like a street fight here. Doing a tag team match. So a regular match so that Dominic could have won like with a small package. So I think Seth Rollins can't win each and every match against these guys. That's what seemingly has happened. He seemingly has won each and every match against Dominic or Rey, or in some form or fashion against one of Dominic and Rey's friends. Right? I think he lost one match to Aleister Black, but otherwise he's beaten every one of Rey's and Dominic's friends and them as well. So I think it just makes sense that we now live in a world where Dominic and Rey can finally get some revenge against Seth Rollins and Dominic Mysterio. However, I don't expect this feud to be over. This feud has been going on since WrestleMania. So the night that what's her name found out she was pregnant. So it's been going on since that long. So I would expect this one to this feud must continue. Randy Orton versus Keith Lee. This one intrigues me very much because not only because it's Randy Orton and Keith Lee, and it's Keith Lee's pretty much first time on the main roster and everything like that, but this also intrigues me because where are they going to go with this when it comes to the WWE Championship? Because they, Drew McIntyre on Raw got kicked in the head 3 times, and they kind of almost, they're doing the voice where you can't believe that he could be gone forever and all of this other stuff. So where is this leading to? Where is this storyline leading to? Is this leading to Keith Lee joining into the Fed and having a triple threat, or is this leading into Randy Orton, winning the championship and then feuding with Keith Lee while Drew McIntyre takes time off. I'm not sure. I'm very interested to see how this goes. But to me, I think even though you bring up Keith Lee and everything like that, I think you have to get Randy momentum back, and unfortunately, Keith Lee has to be that person. So Randy Orton wins probably beats Keith Lee. The United States Championships on the line as Apollo Crews takes on Bobby Lashley of the Hurt Business. And see, this should have been the match at WrestleMania. This should have been the match at WrestleMania. Not WrestleMania, SummerSlam. This should have been the match at SummerSlam. For me, MVP MVP is there to do like when it's a 6-man or a tag match, and he's there to take the fall. He's there to take the fall. He should not be getting title matches or maybe even one-on-one matches. Really, he should be there just as he should be there as the mouthpiece for the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business needs, I think, one more person. And I think that could be happening with Cedric Alexander. I don't know if we see that tonight happening. Not tonight, but tomorrow night on Payback. See that happening with Apollo in the Apollo Crews Bobby Lashley match. But I do see Bobby Lashley taking out Apollo Crews and winning the United States Championship. I think probably in pretty easy fashion. Actually, I think it's going to be pretty easy fashion. So I'm going to say Bobby Lashley becomes your new United States champion. United States champion, not United States championship. United States champion. The women's tag team championship is beyond the line as Bayley and Sasha Banks takes on Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Kind of funny. I was just looking on my phone, and they were showing about an ad that's been running for the last 48 hours. It looks like an ad from Facebook, where the match was supposed to be Sasha Banks and Bayley against Nia Jax and Asuka. But they not Shayna Baszler and Asuka, but they put Nia Jax in it instead. So I guess a little bit of last minute changing there for those folks. I think here is where we get the breakup. Here's where we get the tumultuous breakup of Bayley and Sasha Banks. Last couple of weeks they've been throwing little shade back and forth at each other. In particular, last night on SmackDown, Bayley was really giving it to her, and when Banks was talking, she would say something, something important. She would be looking at Bayley, talking like when she get her revenge, she was looking directly at Bayley. So this is I think this is where we break. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen, whether it's by accident or whether it's on purpose. Something will happen. Justin Bayley will lose the title to Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, and you will see the implosion of the mega powers, so to speak. The golden role models explode, and Bayley and Sasha return, and then they will have a feud. And it probably was right because I think I know why they probably waited, to do this, and that's because they were already doing this the Mandy Rose Sonya Deville feud, so they figured they can't have two women's feuds where best friends break up end at SummerSlam. Because one of the big things about WWE in the past has been where that if it's not the best friend turning on the best friend, they don't know how to work. They don't know how to give women storylines, right? Or they give them crappy ones, or anything like that. So I think one of the reasons that they did about it is probably a couple reasons. One, Charlotte's gone, Ronda's gone, Becky's gone, so Kyrie has left. So they decided to, make Bayley and Sasha Banks a big part of both Raw and SmackDown, give them all the gold, things like that. But then also they probably had it in their schedule that they were going to do the Hell versus Hair match with Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose come SummerSlam, and And so then they did want to have Sasha and Bailey on the same card fight as well. So we waited, and I think we're now seeing that extension um, now, and again, I personally would have liked to have seen it continue on so that they could actually go to WrestleMania. I think that's the Bailey Sasha Banks feud should be at WrestleMania, and who knows, maybe it still might be at WrestleMania. Maybe they might feud to WrestleMania, and we'll still get a Sasha Banks versus Bailey match. But yeah, I think pretty much Payback is when we see the Golden Role Models explode. My winners, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, your new Women's Tag Team Champion. And finally, the Universal Championship match, no holds barred. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, taking on Braun Strowman, taking on the newly, don't know what to call him, Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman. Guys, last night I was floored to see, the whole thing with Roman Reigns and everything like that when he was. It was just a new sport about him. First of all, he starts to read the contract, which everybody on Twitter says it's a new Roman Reigns. He finally reads the contract, and then when they finish up and they go back to him and he's talking and he's sitting up there and Adam Pearce is standing up and he's talking to Adam Pearce about what he wants in his contract and things like that. It's a total heel move. What you want in his contract, that's heel all the way. And then he looks over to the side and he's talking about he's getting his Universal Championship that he never lost. And he looks over to the side and I'm wondering why is he looking over there? And then when he looks back and he goes, "That's not a prediction." I immediately said, "What? Wait, what?" That's a spoiler. And then as the camera moves over and you see Paul Heyman, it's just really. This is just total. This is it. Right now, people are really intrigued about what's going to happen with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, and I am as well. What does Brock Lesnar think? This could be the start of the Dangerous Alliance 2.0. And trust me, if you're talking about Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns on the same side, it is the Dangerous Alliance. It's not a doubt what it is. It's the Dangerous Alliance. Brock Lesnar runs through Raw. Roman Reigns runs through SmackDown. Yeah, it's the, it's the Dangerous Alliance 2.0, and it's incredible. So, listen, and even though Roman Reigns has Paul Heyman, it doesn't necessarily means that they could go the way, because this is a triple threat match. What you could do is you could see Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman put out Roman Reigns for the match, right? You can throw him away, put him down, right? And then that would lead one of them to win, more than likely Bray Wyatt. And then Roman Reigns gets so pissed off that he goes directly after Bray Wyatt. That it's just Bray Wyatt versus the Fiend. It's just the Fiend versus Roman Reigns. Doing the match. But I don't think you put Roman Reigns in this match that quickly just to not put the title on him. And now you get Paul Heyman going around with him. No, yeah, this whatever this may be. This may be for ratings or for whatever it is. This is it. This is Roman Reigns winning the Universal Championship. I don't think there's no doubt about that. I think there's some doubt about that, but I don't think it would not make sense to not put him in the match and not put the title on him. From my vantage point, so I think the winner and your new Universal Champion Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman. I'm giddy. I can't wait to see what happens next. All right, so to once again to go over the predictions. Matt Riddle defeats Baron Corbin. Rey and Dominic Mysterio gets a little bit of revenge against Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy, or just Murphy, excuse me. Randy Orton takes out Keith Lee. Bobby Lashley becomes your new United States Champion. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler defeat Bayley and Sasha, becoming the new Women's Tag Team Champions. And the Golden Role Models explode. And Roman Reigns becomes your new Universal Champion, led by Paul Heyman. Still, that's something I can't believe I'm saying. So yes, post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Let me know your predictions about Payback tomorrow night. Make sure you come back here after tomorrow night for the rapid reaction for Payback, as we will talk about what went down, give you the match ratings and everything like that, and what else could be going on here in the land of WWE. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you click the notification bell, you will get a notification of when I do go live tomorrow night. So why don't you go ahead and do that as well. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.